What about my sweat equity? Sweat equity.
Howdy toddy.
God damn it. Still not sick of it though.
Equity.
The song.
My
Howdy
sweat
toddy, hate
equity.
it.
What about my sweat equity?
Eric.
I could tell you don't pay attention when that's playing.
What do you mean?
I didn't change that. You're laughing at it like you haven't heard it before.
I'd laugh at things that I hear several times because they're silly.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
You ain't paying
we've
attention.
repeated jokes on this podcast many a time,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll still laugh at them.
Comment it?
It's funny every time.
I mean, I'll laugh at them. You don't.
Yeah. Well, if I laughed at it, then we would lose our dynamic.
Right. The shtick.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We're doing a gimmick. Oh, God. The Otter.ai stopped working.
No, my iPad.
Oh, God. Even worse.
I'm old school and download porn from AOL still. So I know there's streaming sites, guys. I know I work in digital. I know.
You want the security.
I like
of
nostalgia.
knowing you have it.
Yeah, I like to have it on my hard drive.
I have it.
And I have it on a compact Presario at my house. Okay?
Double encrypted, 128 bits, the whole deal.
Yep. Yeah, I like to know that little file's there on a floppy disk, too, as a backup.
Accent on the floppy.
Nice. How you feeling?
I feel good.
What you been working on?
Nothing. I've been waiting on you to get here so we could podcast.
You know, I don't have many superstitions, idiosyncrasies, whatever that word is.
We get it.
I do find myself, because my playing number's 34, that if I'm going to go for a run, I'll try to...
What are you playing?
The Batman score?
Oh, okay. That's actually a perfect segue to what John Paul wanted to talk to you about. Let me unmute him.
Oh, no. I feel like I'm getting catfished.
No. John Paul, ask him
I
what...
haven't had a chance to pull up the song yet.
Good God, man. I just
What?
got done telling you, talking to the fucking microphone.
Oh, put in the... What? Which one?
He wanted to make fun of you for listening to the Batman soundtrack while you work out in the office.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I know it's weird. Don't get me wrong. I know it's a atypical way to...
Yeah. And then he's...
I've told Eric that.
beforehand,
I've
he's
got
like,
I've got a song for you that you might like.
It's going to be like Batman from 92 or
No,
something.
I know what it is. It's an hour
No,
long.
it's not,
loop.
This is the bit y'all set up?
It's... We did not set up
Before
this
we started,
bit.
you're
Okay.
like, wait to ask him. Wait till we do it on air.
No, you notice how I said, I'll let you do it.
You definitely
I was
shoved
like,
that up.
also, yeah, Awesome Burn has it perfectly
Sorry,
queued
Law,
up.
I didn't want to bring it up.
Am I on roast battle, guys? This hurts.
Worst roast battle ever.
Are we playing it? Or
I
no?
don't know what he's trying to do. Are you done?
We're gonna get sued by Hans Zimmer.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I know
mute
the
you.
composer.
No, we're done.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I work out to. I like movie scores because they have a crescendo. They
A
have
3-act play.
kinda. I mean, if you think about it, I don't even remember The Dark Knight Rises, but I started listening to that score to get hyped up one morning, and like totally just started like 6 months ago, and I just listened to it to do a circuit workout.
Well, so he was trying to pull up the Kick-Ass 2 movie
I love Kick-Ass.
theme song.
Yeah,
There's an hour-long loop on YouTube that it's pretty good.
Really?
It'll get you amped.
I'm gonna write that down.
I might listen
Kick-Ass.
to it in my workout.
Matthew Vaughn is one of my favorite directors, so I'm not surprised.
No, the thing with you working out in the office that really fucked with me was how you had that timer. You have a minute
Ding.
timer going off, but you had the weirdest chime. It was like, dong.
Oh, yeah,
It was
so-
like this ominous church dong.
So it was.
That it was. I was like, is that part of the Batman theme? I
So
don't
I'll
remember
tell you.
Batman.
Well, that would be Batman Begins. That's a different score. That's Hans Zimmer and that's Thomas Newman. Yeah, and so I've got a circuit workout app called Seconds. It's one of the freemium apps. It's like a couple bucks to get the premium one, whatever. Except they don't have a lot of choices as a buzzer, right?
Yeah,
I think you heard me going through a bunch of them because I don't like the one I have.
me neither.
Well, noted. I will change that because you can import stuff from iTunes, but I don't buy anything iTunes music wise.
Yeah, why would? Do you have Apple Music?
No, I have Spotify,
Oh, sorry.
so I can share because you're the fam. You guys are fam,
I know.
and so I can legally share that with y'all.
Your saddest subscription.
But no, I don't think either of y'all use it.
I honestly couldn't figure it out. was more for the sadness
is-
of the family
No,
subscription.
no, it's yeah. I'll save it for my kids when they're older. Okay. So my thing with that Seconds app is you kind of talked me into get it out of the way, get the workout in the morning, or whenever you have 20 minutes, just try to do something, right?
Exactly.
You've kind of coached me up in that direction. And so sometimes I got to do in the office, and circuit workouts I can do. Once you start it, once you get going, that you're in the third minute of it, you're already in it. Like you don't need any talking.
It's a mental hurdle. Once you get over the thing about like, oh, I hope I don't look stupid, and it's like, just fucking, if you do it, like, who gives a shit?
I definitely don't care about looking stupid in here.
Trust
I've done
me.
it a lot.
We also talked about that, but
What, doing burpees at the end to where I almost puke?
exactly what John Paul referenced. He's like, he's trying to touch the ceiling.
Yeah. So one of the last 30 seconds I'll have in the circuit workout, I'll try to do one of those burpees, and I'll try to. The ceilings here are just regular 10 feet, and so I can't get it every time I do it, but
Yeah, if you're doing it at the end, you wouldn't be able to do it.
I want to do something that makes me want to puke towards the end.
Yeah, again, I've never had the puke feeling from working out, but
I've got that esophageal throwing up thing
The
that I got to
jejunum?
figure that out. But yeah, I've got the thing where I'm as my dentist, your wife put it. It looks like you're throwing up all the time.
you got acid mouth.
Yeah, it looks. My teeth are rotting from the back. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
Any ladies
Take
want
you
a
to the
French
cleaners.
kiss? I'm
I've always got a little bit of throw up in the back of my throat.
constantly puking, even if I can't help it.
Or know it.
Yeah. So she was like, "Do you drink soda like nonstop?" I was like, "What?
Dribble
I don't
on the
drink
side
soda
of your
at
mouth.
all." So Seconds is the app. It has a gong, like a Buddhist monk gong.
Mhm.
That's the best. It
That
had-
was the best one.
because all of them is so dumb. Because this is where my like hypervigilance comes in. Because all I can think about is like, who fucking made this app? If it's for this kind of training, and they have like a boxing one, you know, where
They should just have a whistle. Boom, easy. I
it'll-
just made your app awesome.
you can choose one vibration, 4 vibrations.
Right.
That doesn't help because I like putting it across the room. All right, now I need a noise, right? I need a whistle that's short and succinct, half a second, something.
Mm-hmm.
The gong is a second.
You could
and a
just
half.
do Ric Flair every minute. Boom.
I might have to actually. I was about to shit on that.
That's
and
fun.
then I was like, I do this in the gym at my apartment complex too, sometimes, and I would like people to hear Ric Flair.
Wait, you're doing it with you're playing it out loud?
If there's no one in there, and then sometimes people walk in there. I'm not one of those guys. I don't go to the airport and put my music on a speaker or
Okay.
something. Like
I was going to say, you got that story
here,
of...
here we've got domain to be a little weird.
Yeah, no, that's all fine in
I
the
do-
office. It's all good.
My apartment gym's like a hotel gym, like a really nice hotel gym, basically.
Like you might have privacy, you might not.
There's almost no one in there at all times except like the rush hour. You know, there might be 3 people in there max.
Bunch of Italian guys doing curls before they go out.
Yeah,
Get
pretty
their
much.
swole on.
Yeah, if I'm in there at 4 or 5 a.m., it's me and former military guys. And
Yeah.
That's it. And that gives me a superiority boner.
Mm-hmm.
We should figure out a better term.
No, that's good. That's
Super-
perfect. Just leave it.
Superior. There's
Superior boner.
yeah, there's something there. I gotta think about that.
Superior.
Mm,
Not quite
might have to get away from
obvious,
boner.
though.
Yeah,
Maybe we should
we're gonna.
stop saying
I'm gonna.
boner.
I'm gonna circle back to that superior boner.
And then do another circle.
Superiority
And
boner.
then do like a long oval at the top of those 2 circles.
That wordplay will kill me if I don't figure that out.
God, should we just stop recording and come back to
No,
it?
no. I'll come back. I can table it. I can put a quirk in it. So, yeah, I listen to the Batman score, the Dark Knight Rises scores currently.
I mean, whatever gets you going.
Well, if you
It was
run,
more of John Paul's thing. I've been living with it
I
for
know.
a while
I
now.
knew he was going to think that was weird. I knew he was going to be like,
But then he had his own, the Kick-Ass 2 theme song that he was ready to come back with, and he was,
So if you go
just
for a
as
run,
nerdy.
I used to listen to Explosions in the Sky a lot, and so every walk you do with a dog, they did the soundtrack to Friday Night Lights,
Gotcha.
the movie and the show.
Ooh.
One of the best concerts I've ever been to, and there's no lead singer.
Really?
Yeah, they're awesome. They are. I've been.
Do they
I've seen
have
them
any
twice.
words?
No.
Oh.
There's no, and it was still like you're still like blown away.
I like it when people don't talk.
But yeah, I guarantee if I can get you to listen to it, because I pitched it before and you're like, no.
I've heard it. I I think we
gotta
had
get
it
in
as
that
like
zone.
an intro song coming into the podcast.
It's not a good intro song.
Right.
I'll
I
give you
want to
that.
get amped.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to hear the.
It's got some pickup. But it's a slow. It's like
Yes.
It's like Freebird. It's like it's gonna take a while to get into it.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, can we talk about Freebird for a second? Freebird.
What needs to be said about Freebird that hasn't
The
been
joke
said already?
Freebird ruined Freebird. Freebird is an amazing, beautiful song. It gets shit on. People, fucking liberal elites, in New York, in L.A., San Francisco.
Wrong.
That's Trump.
They,
I never used that.
sad. Those liberal elites in those big, highfalutin metropolis cities.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
They use the Freebird. They still.
Are you doing Alex Jones?
Hold on, I can try it.
Oh shit! I didn't mean for you to go on.
There's molesters in the White House.
That's not bad.
There's secret
Go on.
molester societies in there. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's good.
It's better. It's my Gary
Don't-
V and Alex Jones new work.
Yeah, don't say that's not bad. That just ruins it.
That's not bad.
That's good, right?
That's what I say.
You liked it?
That's what I say after sex. Not bad, right? I'm sorry. Sorry, you're so hot. Sorry. All right, so I have to apologize a lot.
Did you come in it?
So Freebird. The joke.
damn it! I hope you forgot.
The joke Freebird. No, I'm in the zone, baby. Freebird, second favorite band of mine after Aerosmith. Florida's #1 music export. Yeah, from Jacksonville. So Freebird, the song, is awesome, but it gets mired in what people think is shit, like that haven't really listened to it.
Right. It's like calling Tampa shitty.
Yeah.
It's like everybody. Tampa's the punchline, but you ain't never been here.
Remember when the Republican National Convention was here and SNL tried to do a sketch with the bow and arrow guy from the Avengers? I forgot. I don't even know his character's name because he sucks so bad.
Jeremy
Renner.
Renner.
And they tried to have a guy from Tampa, and they were trying to figure out this is what made me laugh because Tampa's identity is it doesn't have an identity. And so
Yeah, they were looking for the prototypical
they're
Tampa guy.
They're like, how do I do an impression of Tampa?
Yeah, it's
There's like a bad New Orleans accent.
Yeah, there's no accent, is there? I mean, we say y'all, but other than that, what is Tampa accent?
John Paul, what you're waving at me? I don't.
Okay, that means he wants to be unmuted.
Oh, okay.
What do you want?
I want to know, Law, what's your favorite part of Freebird?
Oh,
Like, what makes that the best song for you?
well, length and girth, obviously.
Okay.
If you've seen it, I've seen Leonard Skinner live. What's remaining of him? About 15 years ago,
Which body parts?
at like a really sad convention hall. I'm sorry. In
Flatter that
Sarasota. But that song could be 16 minutes if you want it to be. That's a good karaoke song if you can handle
Okay,
the breaks.
I thought it's a pretty easy answer. It's the drum solo
I'm sorry, you're wrong.
towards the end.
You know what it is? It's the bird. It's making bird noises. I'm sorry, you lose.
This is. Just,
I do that to
I
my son
didn't
all
even
day.
know
All right, let's talk about some
there
real
was
shit.
birds in the song.
I had to warm up. I had to get my gums going. Let's go into
muted.
chat
He
bots.
started talking. Fuck
We've been
him.
talking a lot about
They're talking.
communication,
Pop, pop, pop.
communication for business. If you're, we tell everybody you have to have a website, you have to have shit running. But if you don't have your Facebook page is your main thing. Whatever. We've got too many ways to get hit up if you're a small business owner,
Yeah. We were
and
talking,
not just us, just everybody.
anybody, because any marketing company is going to tell you got to be everywhere.
Right.
And then every one of these social media outlets, Google My Business, they all have their own messaging app right now.
Yeah.
And you want to have it all embedded on your website, ready to go in case that's the way they want to communicate with you. But it is getting overwhelming.
And you just dropped some knowledge right before we started. Google My Business, the mobile app, has Messenger in it now.
Right. So if you Google something and you say you Google Forest Hills Dental in Tampa, Florida, and it pops up, it has a message us now option, and then boom, it goes right to our cell phones and cuts out the middleman.
Why is this important? Because people want to feel heard
Mm-hmm.
as new leads, potential new leads. a lot of people can't tell us the opportunity lost because they don't have analytics in their site
Right.
or don't know how to read them or any of that. But what I will tell you is you can put Drift in your website,
Mm-hmm.
and you can set it up to connect to you via the app.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to Tocobaga, TOCOBA.GA, you can go to our site, and it looks like I'm sitting there ready to talk to you.
Yep.
And
Talk to us. Pretend talk to us if you want.
And when
And we'll get it.
we were on our game sending people to the homepage, you can segment that out too if you want to put it in landing pages. But yeah, if you want to,
Yeah, you could put it on any page you want.
Even like you could have your picture as the person in the little avatar chat box that pops up.
Right.
On the same website though.
You mean different avatars on the same website?
Yep. Mm-hmm. If you
And
use
that's all.
driftapp.com, I think is the site.
That's all on the standard free plan.
And I don't know about the free part, but
Yeah.
you can put a free widget in there. If you follow the instructions, you don't have to have any coding experience. It's an iframe. Just throw it in there.
Right. Well, you got to know where to put it. But other than that,
they'll show you.
yeah.
It'll go
You
like,
hope
what's
so.
your website on? Because most people use a CMS like Squarespace, WordPress.
I was actually doing it the other day, and it was just give me the code or contact us to walk you through it.
Oh,
I think they kind of
change it up.
saw the opportunity to. I didn't.
Upsell. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't think. I'm not clicking on anybody to help me out. I knew the code, so I did it. But like the
You're better
third
than
option,
I am now with that stuff. So
I think
you're the lead. You're the lead in the house. Lead
Nerd
dog.
alert.
But it's that thing of like, why is this important? I was talking to a couple of lawyer buddies of mine over the week. We were having lunch or whatever, and we were talking about, I was like, it's that engagement point. People want to feel like they've been heard if they're coming to, especially an attorney, because they're always,
Yeah.
there's never like, hey man, got a real cool, easy thing for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when it's top of mind, they're looking for the dentist or whatever right then and there. Like, gotta get on it because the person that does answer right away, they're the ones that they're going to.
So we say the hard part's like getting them to the site. It's like getting yourself to the gym. That's
Mhm.
the hardest part. The second part that's hard is to get them to have an engagement point.
Right.
Now, what's interesting about Drift and some of these chatbots on a website is that they will sometimes you can get their email even if they haven't put it in.
Yeah.
Because if they're logged into Chrome, or at least if you have AdRoll, if you want to put all your ads into one kind of way to manage all of them,
Mm-hmm.
AdRoll is a good way to do that. It's mostly for those retargeting ads.
Mm-hmm.
But that can get, I saw this with Dollar Shave Club. A friend of mine told me 2 years ago. You go to dollarshaveclub.com, go to the site, don't touch anything, and see if it's. But if you're logged into Chrome, see if it sends you an email.
Oh yeah.
You know how gangster that is?
Yeah.
People don't think, and now I'm going to get pissed because I can already hear someone, email fucking sucks. Email still works.
Yeah.
Email fucking works.
Yeah, and it's the easiest. I mean, there's MailChimp free accounts and shit that you can
Up to 2,000 subscribers.
Like, if you have more than 2,000 people on your email list, you're good anyways. You can afford that extra account.
So let's just say that we're fragmented as is, as I think adult humans in the United States. There's too much going on.
Mhm.
Everybody's overwhelmed, I feel like.
For show.
I don't know anybody that feels like they're dealing
I
with,
should take up a hobby.
or like, yeah, you're not bored anymore. That's a weird thing too.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about how am I going to make my kids bored so they have to drum something up, you know?
Don't even worry about that. They'll just do what they want. They don't care.
Yeah, but it was like, can I make a
Aren't you bored?
You're not
Am
bored,
I?
you're boring. That's the great dad line.
Yeah.
But
Been saying that.
I got it from a Jewish radio host, not my dad.
Oh yeah, I need a
Dennis Prager, yeah.
I don't know what Jewish what
He's
radio
getting
show
he's
is
suing
that?
YouTube. Did you know that?
Of course. Sorry.
Because he's all for like he is like, if we think we're pragmatists in a lot of this stuff we're dispensing, he's like the lead.
What is this guy? Who is this guy? What is he doing? I don't get it.
He's a conservative radio host, and he just all he says is like things like he likes this country, and he has people on do these like short PragerU videos,
Mm-hmm.
and then YouTube not only demonetized him, but they took him down because they said they're racist. This guy's the most conservative Jewish guy you'll ever see.
For just like saying patriotic things, sort of thing.
You know,
That's pretty crazy.
so he's suing YouTube now.
You should.
And that's going to be a big deal. But
Yeah, dude.
That's another that we'll put that to the
First
side.
Amendment pod.
So what do you need? You need a chat bot. If you have a site, you need that Drift app on there. But you also need to bottleneck all these different ways people can get a hold of you.
No.
We can list off right now. We've got our business page, Facebook.
Sure.
You got your personal Facebook. You've got Twitter. You got business Twitter.
Instagram has messaging.
Instagram DMs.
LinkedIn has messaging.
LinkedIn.
Twitter has
LinkedIn
DM.
2 times because you got the business profile too.
Right.
Google My Business.
Mm-hmm.
Contact form on your website probably.
Mm-hmm.
Your phone number. Your business line. We get text on our business line that's shared, which is tough because I'm like, Eric can see us.
I'll get it.
Yeah, it's just dick pics mostly from other like good dicks, not mine. And then
Like I said, you'll get it.
I am the pullout king.
I wanted to push it before. I wasn't going to get to use it.
I mean, what is that right there?
That's
a dozen?
Gold. That's Goldblum. Sorry.
Oh, no, I'm saying, that's about a dozen right there. At least.
Minimum, and we could probably list 100.
And so that's the things like I hate texting now. I fucking hate it. I really don't like texting at all. And
Why?
We use Slack.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
But I mean that to me, if we use that, we need to improve it. We need to relook at how we're using it. But
I think we're getting better.
But you can get all communication. I want all notifications of any comment for a client or us that anybody does a review, iTunes review, wink nod, ask a question. We'll probably bring it up on this podcast.
5 stars.
5-star that shit. That you can make notifications pop up in Slack, so it becomes your feed for all that stuff where you can just get that out of the way on your personal phone and all that. You know, like it's just I want to compartmentalize all this stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It's easy. It's not use Zapier or IFTTT, and you can make that happen.
I get nervous with the drift going into Slack. I thought
you can reply right in Slack.
Well, yeah, but there was a delay, I think, when I was using it, having it routed that way.
There is, and you know. The Drift app, if you really want to do it correctly, and if you really want to do quality control on social media comments or anything, because you know we've had to do that for clients, and we say, hey, you know, if you're on this retainer, you'll have 24/7 coverage. You know, but that means like 3 of us, or at least, have to like at all times kind of be watching it.
Right. Well, I mean, just for like you and I, we have we manage a lot of Facebook pages. We're admins on it,
and if you're delete myself off of like 20 of them.
If you're using the Facebook pages, business pages app, it's like that shit's always filling up to the point to where you're just like, oh, it's just full. I'm not even like
it's like
completely
email,
paying
right?
attention to it. Yeah.
So if you're not figuring out a filter system for all this stuff, what happens with most people, us included, even though we're aware of this too, is you just get inundated so much, and then everything becomes a zero.
You shut down.
So every notification doesn't matter, or every notification matters, and your life is terrible.
Yeah, because if you're paying attention to all those shits, God.
Personally, I hate texting now more than ever, just because I feel like it is the most. We're not that good at I write long texts sometimes, and I feel like the longer text I write, the more it's misunderstood.
Well,
sometimes, you know,
for you and I think you and I, we are very conscious of the way text, like any sort of written communication comes across.
Well,
we're not out to like fire people up. We're always
the bit I've had for maybe 10 years was, or the thought, I've definitely said it on stage. I don't know where to go with it, but like women will read the text message you send them in whatever mood they want to read it in.
Yes, exactly.
And if you're someone in my life thinking it's you, it's probably you.
Right.
I'm just saying all women, almost every woman I know that love or hate or like, it doesn't matter. They will read it in whatever fucking mood they want to read it.
I sent John Paul an explanatory text after I sent him something today. And he was like, I get it. He's like, why are you?
I know now we're way too sensitive about it. So
I know.
I write these long texts thinking I'm going to cover everything like an attorney.
And then they stop reading.
No, they just poke holes in it. And so it waterfalls into more things.
Yeah.
So be aware of that, because if you're doing a chat bot too,
right,
we've got to be coming up on the 2-minute warning, I'm sure.
I don't know. I didn't start it right away.
Okay.
Let me patch in, JP.
There's a little clock on there, and our other clock's below us. But I'll say, what you want to do eventually is get your own like decision tree So you don't have to actually be on the chat bot. You can do this in Facebook. Facebook actually has a good way of kind of coaching you up to get this done.
Are you talking about they have a decision tree option that'll let you do it for free?
What they do is they don't call it a decision tree because that bores everybody. They basically make a form that looks clean and exciting to like fill out, and then they're helping you get that decision tree really done.
Right. I know. Drift is. I think you can do it a little bit, but I think to have like the AI interaction to go beyond one chat, it's you got to pay for it.
Maybe, probably. I would say what you need to do though is if you can do that first question though. This is how I would attack it. If you don't want to pay, try to figure out how to ask
Get their email.
Right. Ask the question that you can get their phone or email because a lot of people might not fill it in.
Yeah.
And go, hey, just in case we disconnect.
Yeah.
Which doesn't you say it on the phone?
Yeah.
For quality assurance purposes.
I know.
I do that. I do that to
Or
them.
actually connect.
I do that to them now. I want to start recording all this bad customer service I'm getting.
Yeah.
And I say that in the recording. I
Yeah.
go, for quality assurance purpose. Like I physically say it.
My
out loud.
quality as a man, I want to make sure I say the right stuff, so I'm gonna record it.
But I need to call Valley National Bank and cuss them out for a bunch of stuff.
Oh, good. We'll
and
record
so
that.
I
Yeah,
want
we'll-
to.
yeah.
But we need to get our power attorney to see if it's okay if I say that as a warning. I make the call to them. Can we play that on here? I think so.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Why not?
I mean,
If they record me, I record you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you tell them.
Yeah, this is for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's a comedy show.
Yeah.
It'll be to a recording, not to the person yet. There's that gap between like for quality assurance, they'll say that message,
Uh-huh.
then there's a gap, then someone picks up.
What's
usually.
the gap? What are you talking
There's
about?
usually like hold for whatever amount of seconds or
Oh,
minutes.
then you say it before they even
I'll
get
say
on?
it that part because that's when it starts recording.
I can just edit that shit however we want.
No, but
dog.
I want to legally say it to them.
I can legally edit
on
that
their
shit
recording.
however we want.
Oh yeah, we can. Oh yeah, I know you can do it.
I feel like we shouldn't gloss over the
We might have
Google
to
My
do it with-
Business chat.
We might have to do it this episode.
Oh yeah.
Freebird part.
Oh man.
Now you're into the Freebird part.
No.
So
Not really.
so Google My Business is legit.
It's crazy just because like if you're getting a brand new lead that had no other sort of lead in other than Googling you, it cuts out that middleman of like, because before even if it's just hitting the phone number and picking up your phone to do it while you're on your desktop, that's a step that you're adding. But this is right there, and Google's going to be, one of got to be your top way of getting new people in, So cutting out that third party has got to be huge.
So like your maybe a college basketball team that you're like, I'm riding high on Weber State this year. Like you know they're going to be good this year. Or Wichita State a couple of years ago.
Sure.
Florida Gulf Coast or whatever.
George Washington.
Like I look at apps. I think we both look at it like what are they doing overall? We brought this up before with Squarespace. What is this company doing? Are they going the right direction or this brand extension like Google My Business? We can see every few months they add another thing to it, right? They add another big feature like it didn't have posting before. It was just reviews.
All the stuff that we bitch about that we want everything in one place, they're all trying to be that.
Right.
Like,
And then
we had our own chat. How about that?
But it billows out by platform.
I know. All it
So-
does is fuck us because we got to do all the ones with all the platforms.
In a way, it's a little romantic if you think about it, because that's how life kind of works, right? It's going to segment the fuck out. This is how a lot of business work. It segments out anything that's juicy like that, right? There's opportunity there
course.
to make money, and then aggregators will come in. Then you get like your Hootsuite for social media or something
Yeah.
like that, or Bird Eye like we use, and then it'll billow back out. Then you'll have too many aggregators,
Yeah.
and then
Do you want to aggregate your aggregators?
and Google will be the last thing standing because they had market share and all that shit. So
And probably military robots.
it's just I do think about that in kind of like that wave, almost like I don't know. There's trends over time that feel that way.
Sure.
But Google My Business legit. If you're not on there, go get the snail mail thing to your address, get
Yeah.
verified. Do Bing while you're at it. Takes 5 minutes to do either.
Yeah, Bing, they don't give a shit. They believe you. I do all that
No,
verification.
we had to get one.
No,
sent here.
I think I did too.
Yeah. You can also.
They just want to be like the big boys.
You should also go on the credit sites.
Mm.
Yes. Here's and get Yext if you want to have it do everything for you. It's expensive, but for most business owners, but
Yeah, that is expensive.
but you can update on the go. It's better than Moz. I just heard from our friend of the program, Fergus Linsky.
Yeah, it just kind of it fills in all the stuff you never think about.
But there's 3 credit companies, big ones, right? There's
Equifax.
Axiom, and First TransUnion. Yes, I knew it was a transgender in there.
Trans on the mind.
And so you can go to those sites and fill those in too if you want to just do the extra mile.
So what are you talking about? Just updating your information as a business?
Yeah, because remember we had a client that wanted to be Suite 1A, and when I started doing it, because he shares an office, and I started doing that to separate him from the other guy in there, it wouldn't. You have to go in and manually do that. I was like, I think you need to get this on record legally with the city for us to be able to do it.
Yeah. Then
So
it gets
Suite
into like
1,
parcels.
just for I'll rewind. He was Suite 1, shares it with another guy that has a different business. They shared an office, and so he was just like, why don't you just put Suite 1A, and he'll be Suite 1B, and we'll change all his stuff too. And I was like, okay. And so I went in there and tried to do it on Moz, and it's like, nah, son. You need it doesn't register.
I honestly don't know how much time we've got.
Oh, we're way over. There's no way.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that Freebird riff.
Really? All right.
Should we just make it a double all the way through?
Nah.
All right.
We'll continue on.
All right.
To be continued.
Yeah.
Do we have? I mean, we
have an
covered a lot
outro?
on the chat though, so I don't know if we need to talk chat.
Just the
Chat.
Here's the chat. Here's how you break down decision tree. What are your customers asking for? Your FAQ. What do you hate getting asked the most? Basically, that's the way to think about it.
What are people gonna ask?
What frustrates you the most? That's your number 1. Are you looking for this? So yours as for the dental practice.
What insurances do you take?
That's number 1.
All of them and none of them at the
And
same
then you
time.
link
It's complicated.
You link it to a page, all the answers to a page that has a contact form right there too.
Yep.
To keep
It's
them
all good.
engaged.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jizzed in my pants.
What about my sweat equity?
Sorry for that premature
Sweat equity.
ejection.
SweatEquityPod.com.
My sweat equity.
Rate us, review us, 5 stars, all them things.
What about my sweat equity?
Did you come in it?